Welcome to my channel, Old Valuable Coins. So get it started. The quarter $1,980 D coin refers to the Washington quarter minted at the Denver Mint in the year 1980, marked with a D mint mark located on the obverse side of the coin, just below the wreath and to the right of George Washington's neck area. This coin was minted as part of the ongoing Washington Quarter Circulation Series that began in 1932 to commemorate the 200th birth anniversary of George Washington, the first president of the United States. The obverse design features a left-facing portrait of George Washington, engraved by John Flanagan, with the word Liberty written above his head. The phrase, "I in God we trust," inscribed to the left side below the chin area, and the mint year 1980 directly below. The reverse design displays a heraldic eagle with its wings spread, perched on a bundle of arrows symbolizing strength and readiness to defend the nation, surrounded by two olive branches representing peace. And above the eagle appears the inscription United States of America, followed by the phrase E pluribus unum, which translates to out of many one. And at the bottom is inscribed quarter dollar, which indicates the denomination. This coin has a standard diameter of 24.3 millimeters, a thickness of 1.75 millimeters, and weighs 5.67 grams due to its copper-nickel clad composition, which consists of an outer layer of 75% copper and 25% nickel bonded to a core of pure copper. By 1965, the U.S. Mint had removed silver from circulating quarters due to rising silver prices and financial strain, resulting in all 1980 D quarters being non-silver circulation coins. The Denver Mint produced a very large number of 1980 D quarters, approximate over 500 million to more than 600 million pieces, making it one of the higher minted circulation coins of the era, which means most examples are common in circulated condition. However, despite the high mintage, not all coins survive today in pristine condition because many were heavily used in commerce and subjected to wear, scratches, abrasions, and loss of mint luster, so uncirculated or high-grade certified examples in mint state levels, such as MS 65, MS 66, or above, can hold significantly higher value to collectors. When freshly minted, the quarter displays vibrant mint luster and sharp strike details, especially around George Washington's hair, facial features, and eagle's feathers. Over time, wear and tear can smoothen those details, especially on high points of the hair and the eagle's wings, reducing visual quality. Collectors often assess these coins using professional grading companies such as PGS or NGC, where high numeric mint state grades, such as MS67 or above, can command far better prices due to rarity of quality. Most average circulated 1980 D coins have minimal numismatic premium and generally hold a value equivalent to face value, but exceptional pieces, especially with errors, full strike, or near-perfect surfaces, may reach anywhere from a few dollars to tens or even low hundreds depending on rarity and demand during auctions. There are several known mint errors and varieties that exist in the 1980 D quarter, including but not limited to double die obverse or reverse, off-center strikes, clip planchets, die cracks, struck through grease, misaligned die strikes, or fill mint mark, and such anomalies may raise coin value significantly if authenticated and visually appealing. A double die error might show doubling on the lettering or Washington's profile, usually most noticeable on inscriptions, while off-center strikes may show part of the design missing, making them standout pieces for error collectors. Planchet errors occur when the coin blank is not properly formed before strike, causing clipped edges or incomplete material distribution. Struck-through errors happen when foreign matter such as grease or debris interferes during minting, resulting in missing or blurred design elements. The rarity of these errors and the level of visual prominence determine value. Many 1980 D quarters were not released via coin sets, but general circulation, so mint condition examples may be acquired through uncirculated rolls preserved by collectors or bank vaults. The economic context of 1980 was marked by inflation and rising commodity prices in the United States, which caused widespread daily use of coinage, including the quarter in vending machines, public transportation ticketing, and small transactions, leading to heavy circulation wear and fewer pristine examples surviving. The Denver Mint, known for efficient circulation strikes, sometimes produced coins with slightly weaker strike quality compared to Philadelphia, so sharpness level may vary among individual coins. This coin is part of the broader Washington Quarter series, which remained unchanged until 1999 when the 50-state quarters program began. Thus, the 1980 D quarter still features the classic eagle reverse design valid between 1932 and 1998. Collectors often gather coins by mint year, mint mark, and condition, and the 1980 D serves as an important representative of late range from $10 to $25, while MS 66 or MS 67 may reach $50 to over $200 in exceptional auction scenarios. Any 1980 D quarter with visually dramatic error patterns can fetch premium amounts depending on severity. Rarity arises from pristine storage rather than low mintage, so sealed original mint rolls are considered valuable hunting grounds for gem specimens. The Washington quarter design itself was chosen through a competition held in 1931 and remains one of the most recognized circulating coin designs globally. Historical importance of this coin is tied to its role in American commerce during the late in teaching educational materials about coin composition transition in 20th century America. When appraising this coin, one must consider strike sharpness, mint mark clarity, absence of damage, grade potential, and whether it exhibits any unusual features. High magnification inspection is recommended to detect subtle doubling or die cracks. Some collectors also examine edge reading quality. As of today, the 1980 D quarter remains widely available, but collectible interest increases as high-grade certified populations decrease over time due to loss and mishandling. For viewers or collectors who might find one in pocket change or old collections, it is worthwhile to examine it closely, because although most are common, some error or mint state pieces can yield surprising value. The coin also plays a role in the narrative of American monetary policy and coinage transition from silver to clad base metals. Its continued circulation for decades shows durability and wide acceptance. Coin enthusiasts often include it in Washington quarter sets, and advanced collectors aim for high-grade registry quality specimens. It represents history, craftsmanship, and circulation life, and while not rare in general terms, its value depends heavily on condition and unique features. Therefore, anyone discovering a 1980 D quarter is advised to research or consult a professional grading service for verification and potential appraisal, especially if no visible wear or unusual characteristics arise. This coin, though common, provides essential understanding of coin distribution, minting shifts, and potential numismatic opportunity, and continues to attract interest from modern collectors, especially those who collect complete sets of Washington quarters from 1932 through 1998 period, including the Denver Mint issues. The quarter $1,991 D coin is one of the most commonly discussed coins among collectors because of its connection to the modern era of United States clad coinage, its mintage history at the Denver Mint, and its overall appeal to collectors who chase conditional rarities, error pieces, and high-grade examples with remarkable strike quality. Issued in 1991, this coin belongs to the Washington Quarter series that began in 1932 and features the portrait of George Washington on the obverse, designed by sculptor John Flanagan. The coin was struck at the Denver Mint and carries the D mint mark, which appears just right of the ribbon in Washington's hair, above the word quarter dollar. The standard composition of this coin is a clad structure with an outer layer of 75% copper and 25% nickel bonded to a core of pure copper. This composition had been used since 1965 to replace the 90% silver planchets previously used before the Coinage Act of 1965 removed silver from circulating U.S. coinage. The 1991 D quarter weighs 5.67 grams and has a diameter of 24.26 millimeters, with reeded edge consisting of 119 reeds. Although this quarter appears ordinary to the untrained eye, its value can increase depending on condition, mint errors, and high-grade preservation. In 1991, the United States Mint produced massive quantities of quarter dollars due to high demand in commerce, resulting in more than 630 million coins struck at the Denver facility. Circulated pieces are extremely common and typically worth only their face value of 25 cents, but uncirculated and high-grade MS examples can command higher values, especially those graded MS 66, MS 67, or better by well-known grading services such as PCGS or NGC. Coins from business strikes are typically mass-produced quickly, often with weak strike details on Washington's hair, the eagle's wings, and lettering, but minority of coins exhibit sharpness and excellent luster that make them attractive to collectors. Collectors also look for coins with full strike details, minimal contact marks, and original brilliance, as well as those free from toning and abrasion. The obverse of the 1991 D quarter features the left-facing bust of George Washington, the first president of the United States. Above Washington's portrait appears the word Liberty, and directly below the bust is the inscription "I in God We Trust," positioned slightly toward the left. The date 1991 appears at the lower part of the obverse, centered beneath the portrait. The mint-marked D is placed just to the right of the ribbon that binds Washington's hair. The iconic portrait by John Flanagan was originally taken from a bust by Jean-Antoine Houdon from 1786, considered one of the most accurate representations of Washington. Although simple in design, this portrait has stood on the quarter for almost a century, undergoing several modifications throughout history, especially during the state quarter program beginning in 1999. The reverse of the 1991 D quarter shows a heraldic eagle with wings spread, clutching a bundle of arrows in its talons, symbolizing readiness for war, while an olive branch placed beneath suggests the nation's desire for peace. The inscription United States of America curves around the top of the coin, followed by the motto E Pluribus Unum just above the eagle's head. The denomination quarter dollar appears along the bottom. The reverse design, also by Flanagan, had been used since 1932 and remained in use until the beginning of the state quarters program in 1999, making coins like the 1991 D part of the final years of the traditional eagle reverse. One notable aspect of coins from the early 1990s is quality control issues at the mint, which sometimes resulted in weak details, may retain some original luster. These examples can sometimes bring very small premiums, but generally are still extremely common. The market for uncirculated 1991 D quarters focuses on mint state graded pieces. Coins graded MS-60 to MS-64 are usually plentiful but hold limited value, often selling for a minor premium. MS-65 examples may attract slightly stronger interest, while MS-66 and MS-67 are where rarity increases dramatically due to the difficulty in finding coins with superior strike, minimal nicks, and outstanding luster. Coins graded above MS-67 are extremely rare and can command significantly higher prices at auction. Some exceptional examples with dazzling eye appeal and nearly flawless surfaces have been known to sell for several $100s. On rare occasions, examples graded MS-68 or higher could command extremely high premiums due to their exceptional scarcity. Another area of collector interest concerns error or variety coins. While most 1991 D quarters were struck without major toning in hues, such as golden, blue, purple, or rainbow can attract strong interest. However, unnatural or harsh cleaning reduces value significantly. Any signs of cleaning, polishing, or artificial enhancement are frowned upon by collectors and grading authorities. The grading services take surface condition, strike quality, luster, and eye appeal into account when Washington Quarter began in 1932 to commemorate the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth. Initially intended as a one-year commemorative coin, it became a regular issue due to popularity. Until 1964, the coin was composed of 90% silver, but due to rising silver prices and coin shortages, composition shifted to copper-nickel clad beginning in 1965. The 1991 D quarter thus belongs to the non-silver era of circulation coinage. The Denver Mint, identifiable by the D mint mark, produced an estimated 630,966,000 quarter dollars in 1991, making it one of the more abundantly struck coins of its time. This high mintage were made from precious metals. In modern times, the reeded edge remains part of the design tradition and helps visually differentiate the quarter coin. More desirable includes strong strike, full drum lines on the eagle's tail feathers, though uncommon terminology since its design ended in 1998, sharp lettering, full hair details on Washington's portrait, unbroken luster, lack of haze, and minimal visible abrasions. Coins stored in. Environmental hazards such as direct sunlight and excessive heat can degrade luster, resulting in matte surfaces undesirable visually. Toning remain among the most desirable examples, appealing to those who appreciate the aesthetics of natural aging on clad surfaces. Collecting the 1991 D quarter as part of a complete Washington quarter collection from 1932 to modern times provides insight into the evolution of U.S. coinage and minting technologies. Pre-1965 silver version scarce mintage coin. Prices remain accessible, allowing new collectors to acquire and learn from it. In conclusion, the quarter $1,991 D coin embodies mass production standards with a classic Washington, an eagle design minted in copper-nickel clad composition. While common in circulation and of limited value in worn condition, its significance increases for collectors when preserved in mint state with exceptional strike and minimal flaws. High-grade examples hold collectible potential, especially among registry set participants. Error varieties and visually appealing toning can further enhance desirability. The coin serves as an excellent representation of late 20th century mint output and continues to circulate widely today, reminding users of the enduring legacy of the Washington Quarter Series. The 1-cent 1950 D coin, part of the Lincoln Wheat Cent series, represents an important period in United States coinage history and is a widely collected coin among numismatists due to its mid-20th century production and its connection to the legacy of the Lincoln Cent series. Minted at the Denver Mint in 1950, it carries the D mint mark located just below the date on the obverse side, which identifies its origin. The 1950 D cent belongs to the copper composition era, with coins struck in 95% copper and 5% tin and zinc. This alloy combination was standard for Lincoln cents following the end of World War II, when wartime steel cents, 1943, were discontinued and regular copper production resumed. The coin has a diameter of 19.05 millimeters and a weight of 3.11 grams, maintaining the standard specifications for the Lincoln Cent series introduced in 1909 to commemorate the centennial of Abraham Lincoln's birth. Its thickness measures approximately 1.55 millimeters and has a smooth rim, unlike coins with reeded edges. The obverse of the 1950 D cent features the iconic portrait of Abraham Lincoln facing right, designed by Victor David Brenner. Lincoln's image has been used continuously on the cent since 1909, making it one of the most recognized coin designs in U.S. history. Above the bust is the word "I in God We Trust," while the word "Liberty" is positioned to the left side of Lincoln's profile, and the date 1950, with the D mint mark, is placed to the right of the bust. Brenner's design reflects careful attention to the president's facial features and beard, emphasizing realism and dignity. Over the decades, slight modifications to the portrait have occurred due to dye polishing, wear, and production methods, but the 1950 D cent retains much of the original artistry and detail. The reverse of the coin features the wheat ears design, common to the Lincoln cent from 1909 to 1958. The ears extend upward along the left and right peripheries of the coin, symbolizing prosperity and abundance. At the top is the inscription United States of America, while the motto E Pluribus Unum sits centrally just above the denomination 1 cent located at the bottom of the coin. This reverse design, also by Brenner, is simple yet elegant, with fine details on the wheat stalks in clear, sharp lettering that is highly valued by collectors in well-preserved examples. The reverse of 1950 D cents reflects the precision of mid-20th century minting techniques, and coins that retain sharp detail are particularly sought after, as circulation often causes were on the high points of the wheat ears and lettering. The mintage for the 1950 D cent was 310,400,000, produced at the Denver Mint. This was a relatively high mintage, which makes the coin relatively common in circulated condition, but it is important to note that higher grade examples are more difficult to find. Circulated coins often show wear, especially on Lincoln's cheekbone, jawline, and the high points of his hair, as well as flattening of the wheat stalks on the reverse. Common grades such as good G and very fine VF remain inexpensive and primarily serve as affordable examples for beginners. Coins in extremely fine XF or about uncirculated AU condition, with minimal wear and remaining luster, are more appealing to collectors. Uncirculated mint state coins are particularly desirable and command higher premiums, especially in grades MS63 to MS66 or better. Collectors often look for coins with full strike details, original mint luster, and minimal contact marks. Coins graded MS65 and above are considered rare for this date, and MS66 or higher examples are highly prized due to their limited availability in such pristine condition. Coins with natural toning, without signs of cleaning or polishing, are especially attractive to collectors. Improper cleaning, polishing, or artificial enhancements reduce value significantly, as the originality of surface and patina is crucial in numismatics. Error coins are another area of interest. Of the 1950 D-cent common types of errors for Lincoln cents include off-center strikes, die cracks, double dies, and clipped planchets. Off-center strikes occur when the coin is not perfectly aligned with the dies during striking, resulting in partial images of Lincoln or the wheat reverse. Die cracks appear as raised lines on the surface, often along the rims or lettering. Double dies, where the design appears duplicated, are rarer for this year but highly sought after when found. Clipped planchets, caused by a misfeed of the metal blank, result in coins with missing portions, which are considered collectible errors. Coins showing minor anomalies, such as die chips or small strike defects, may be of interest to error collectors, but usually do not command large premiums unless visually striking or unique. The Lincoln Wheat Cent series itself has historical significance, being the first U.S. coin to depict a real person rather than an allegorical figure. The design honors President Abraham Lincoln and has been continuously issued since 1909, with only minor design changes. The 1950 D-cent is part of the post-war era, reflecting the economic recovery and stability of the United States following World War II. Many coins have survived in collectible condition even after decades of circulation. Proper storage in coin holders made of inert materials, such as mylar flips or hard plastic capsules, can preserve original luster and prevent oxidation or corrosion. Exposure to humidity, heat, or PVC-containing holders can result in damage or discoloration, lowering the numismatic value. The coin has not been associated with major rare varieties, but individual specimens with exceptional strikes, sharp edges, and attractive toning are valued among collectors. Registry set collectors also seek coins from this year and mint, particularly in high grades, to complete their collections of Lincoln cents by mint mark and date. Coins with exceptional eye appeal and minimal handling marks may achieve notable premiums at auctions or private sales. From a historical perspective, the 1950 D-cent is a representative example of mid-century American coinage. Following the wartime issues of the early 1940s, production returned to standard copper composition, resuming the traditional look and feel of Lincoln cents. Its large mintage ensures widespread availability, but collectors seeking the finest examples still find the challenge of locating MS-65 to MS-67 coins rewarding. Collectors also note that coins from this period reflect the craftsmanship and technical capabilities of the Denver Mint, including consistent planchet quality and precise die design. In conclusion, the 1-cent 1950 D coin remains an important coin for collectors of Lincoln cents, post-war U.S. coinage, and historical American coins. While most circulated examples are common and hold only face value, coins preserved in uncirculated condition, with strong strike detail, original luster, and attractive toning, hold collectible value and are desirable among serious numismatists. Error coins, unusual toning, and high-grade specimens make the 1950 D-cent an enduring part of American coin collecting, bridging the historical legacy of Lincoln's commemoration with the mid-20th century period of production and distribution. Its role in the Lincoln cent series ensures continued interest and relevance for collectors both new and experienced, illustrating the intersection of historical significance, aesthetic appeal, and numismatic value that defines American coinage. The 1-cent 1958 D coin, part of the Lincoln Wheat Cent series, represents a significant piece of mid-20th century United States coinage and holds enduring interest among collectors due to its production era, historical context, and numismatic features. Minted at the Denver Mint, the coin bears the D mint mark placed directly below the date on the obverse, signifying origin. Composed of 95% copper and 5% tin and zinc, the 1958 D-cent reflects the standard composition of Lincoln cents following World War II, when wartime steel cents, produced in 1943, were discontinued and traditional copper coinage resumed. The coin has a diameter of 19.05 millimeters, a weight of approximately 3.11 grams, and a thickness of 1.55 millimeters, consistent with specifications maintained since the series began in 1909. Its smooth rim and uniform composition contribute to its durability and suitability for circulation, while also providing a basis for evaluating condition and grading for collectors. The obverse of the 1958 D cent showcases a familiar portrait of Abraham Lincoln facing right, designed by Victor David Brenner and first introduced in 1909 to commemorate the centennial of Lincoln's birth. Above Lincoln's bust is the inscription, "I in God we trust," while the word liberty appears to the left side of the portrait. The date 1958 appears to the right, with the D mint mark positioned just below it. Brenner's portrait captures Lincoln's distinct features, including his beard, forehead line, and cheekbones, rendered with a level of realism that has endured for decades. Slight variations in die polishing and striking over the years have created minor differences between specimens, but the overall design remains consistent and highly recognizable. The obverse serves as a focal point for grading, with where patterns on the high points of Lincoln's face and hair providing a guide to the coin's circulated condition. The reverse of the coin features the iconic wheat ears design, which was used from 1909 to 1958, making the 1958 D one of the final issues of the Lincoln Wheat Cent series. The ears of wheat flank the central inscriptions, United States of America at the top and E pluribus unum, just above the denomination 1 cent at the bottom. The design, also by Brenner, emphasizes simplicity and elegance, with fine detailing on the stalks and well-proportioned lettering. Collectors value the sharpness of the wheat details, clarity of the inscriptions, and the preservation of original luster when assessing condition. Circulation often causes wear on the wheat stalks and lettering, and coins with fully preserved detail are more desirable in the market. The 1958 D cent had a mintage of 310,400,000 coins at the Denver Mint, representing a substantial production, but reflecting a period when demand for Lincoln cents remained strong in commerce. This high mintage ensures that most coins in the year are widely available in circulated condition, though uncirculated examples in high mint state grades are considerably rarer and more sought after by collectors. Circulated coins typically show signs of wear on Lincoln's cheekbones, jawline, and hair, as well as flattening on the wheat ears of the reverse. Coins graded good G through very fine VF are common, while extremely fine XF and about uncirculated AU. Examples display minimal wear and retain traces of original luster, often commanding a premium among collectors. Numismatic interest in the 1958 D cent is particularly focused on mint state examples, where coins graded MS-63 through MS-65 are more difficult to locate and hold collectible value. Coins graded MS-66 or higher are exceptionally rare for this issue and can command significant premiums due to scarcity in pristine condition. Eye appeal plays a critical role in value, with coins displaying attractive, natural toning, full luster, and minimal contact marks considered the most desirable. Coins that have been improperly cleaned, polished, or artificially enhanced are penalized in grading and market value, as originality and surface integrity are highly prized among collectors. Errors and varieties also contribute to the numismatic interest in the 1958 D cent. While major double die errors are not common for this year, other errors may occur, including off-center strikes, die cracks, and minor planchet anomalies. Off-center strikes occur when the blank metal is not properly aligned during striking, resulting in partially missing design elements. Die cracks appear as raised lines on the coin surface, often extending from the rim or lettering. Clip planchets, caused by feeding errors during production, result in coins with partially missing areas. Struck through errors, where debris or grease interferes with the die during striking, can create missing or weakly formed design elements. While many error coins carry only minor premiums, visually striking or rare examples are of great interest to specialized collectors. From a historical perspective, the 1958 D cent represents the last few years of the Lincoln Wheat Cent series before the introduction of the Lincoln Memorial Reverse design in 1959. This transition marks the end of an era and adds significance to the 1958 D issue. The coin is part of a broader narrative of American coinage, reflecting post-war production techniques, economic stability, and the continuing influence of classical numismatic design. Coins from this period showcase the technical proficiency of the Denver Mint, which consistently struck well-centered coins with uniform composition and careful adherence to specifications. The 1 cent 1958 D coin's appeal extends beyond its historical significance. Collectors often evaluate coins for strike quality, detail sharpness, and overall eye appeal. Coins with well-defined features on Lincoln's face, complete hairlines, and clear wheat stalks are particularly valued. Toning, when natural and aesthetically pleasing, enhances desirability, while damage, corrosion, or improper cleaning diminishes value. Registry set collectors and numismatists assembling complete Lincoln cent collections often seek high-grade examples to complete mint mark and date sets, making the 1958 D cent an important piece for competitive collections. Circulated 1958 D cents typically hold only face value, though coins in AU or low-grade mint state can fetch modest holders, such as mylar flips or hard plastic capsules, preserves luster and prevents oxidation. Environmental exposure, such as high humidity, heat, or PVC-containing holders, can lead to toning, surface degradation, or staining, which diminishes numismatic value. Collectors emphasize preservation to maintain the highest possible grade and eye appeal over time. In conclusion, the 1 cent 1958 D coin serves as a representative example of late Lincoln wheat cent production, bridging the historical legacy of Abraham Lincoln's commemoration with the transition to the Lincoln Memorial Reverse in 1959. While most circulated examples are readily available and of limited value, uncirculated mint state coins, attractive toned specimens, and era varieties hold considerable interest for collectors. Its significance is enhanced by historical context, technical production details, and aesthetic appeal, making it an enduring and important part of American coin collecting. The 1958 D cent is valued not only for its role in the Lincoln cent series, but also for its collectability, educational value, and ability to illustrate the evolution of U.S. coinage during the mid-20th century.